Really, really, yeah. I was at the mall today. I've had it with the kids. You know what drives me nuts? Let me tell you what drives me nuts. The kids with the hats on the side of the head. That driving anyone else crazy? Right? Listen, you're either a pitcher or a catcher. The side of the head, you're a moron. Then I had knee surgery. I had a torn meniscus. I never had knee surgery. So listen to this one. I'm in there, and the doctor starts writing in black ink on my knee. And I says, what are you doing? He says, well, we want to make sure we get the right knee. I said, seriously? He says, oh, yeah. I said, all right, hey, doc, let's be real safe. Why don't you write malpractice suit on this knee? You think that'll keep you focused, huh? You ever do this? I bet you've done this. You're driving in the snow. It's not a big snowstorm, just kind of lightly snowing. And all of a sudden, I'm right in the middle, bam, the blizzard hits. Right? You ever get like me, like, oh, God, what lane was I in? I could screw this up for everybody. So what do? You follow the tire tracks of the guy in front of you. That becomes the new lane. He's the captain. He's in charge. Right? You follow him. You can't get in trouble. Whatever he does, he hits a guardrail, I'm hitting it with him. I don't care. Then about 10 minutes goes by. I says, oh, God, I hope he's going to my house. But I ended up at his house, but nobody got hurt. That's the main thing. I was a poor kid, too. I remember we couldn't afford a sled when it would snow out. So my mother would send us sledding on a trash bag. Did anyone else do that? The poor people? And I found out a few days later, you take the trash out of the bag, you fly. And then here's a question. You know they have the school cancellations? You know, they run it by the TV in the morning. You think they could stop those around 1 in the afternoon? You think everyone gets it by then? You know what I mean? Like it's 3 o'clock. Is there anyone at Biddeford High School going, where the hell is everybody? We all have a friend in Florida, don't we? The only time they call us is when there's a blizzard up here. So they want us to ask them how the weather is there, right? To rub it in our face. I got one. She calls up, oh, hi, Brad, how's the weather? I said, shut up, you got CNN, you know how the weather is. 15 feet of snow with 20 below. Okay, I'll ask, how's the weather down there? Oh, it's 75 and breezy. But I get her back. I call her during hurricane season. Because I got CNN too. I call her up, I hear the wind blowing. I'm, hey, how we doing? She goes, we're gonna die! The dog just blew out the window. Oh my God, Brad, how's the weather up there? Well, it's 75 and breezy. I fly a lot doing this job, you know, and I don't mind flying, I really don't, but I always get stuck next to the guy who's scared to death of flying. Did you ever have this experience? I'm by myself, minding my business. Guy next to me starts humping me, groping me, grabbing me, right? This guy's like, we're gonna die! I said, I'm gonna beat the hell out of you, shut up. Then we start taking off, and he gets worse. He's like, oh, God, talk to me, please. Will you help me through this? Talk to me. So this is what I do. Try this. This is good. I go, oh, crap, we're going down. You got to try it just for the face you get. It's really fun. He's like, that's not funny. I said, I didn't say it was funny. I said we're going down. But we're in luck. We're going to hit the water. We can use our seats as a flotation device. Now, let me be honest. Is that the single stupidest thing they tell you on an airplane? And I love the flight attendant. They get all excited for this, right? You've seen it. Like, listen. Eyes up here. Listen. In case of an emergency, don't worry. Your seat becomes a raft. Oh, thank God for that. I'm not even going to buckle up now. Why should I? I'm sitting on a boat here. This is fantastic. We crash, I just start the engine and continue on to Aruba. Here's the one thing that drives me nuts. Why do they let the people in first class on the plane first? Right? So us pieces of garbage have to squeeze through them to get to our cubicle in the back of the plane. And then they call it coach back there, right? Why don't they call it what it is? It's Section 8 assisted living back there. And you laugh because you know it's true. You've been there, right? We're squeezing through first class. Excuse me, I'm a scumbag. I'll be in the back of the plane. Well, I tell you, if you want to have fun, do what I do. I always grab somebody in first class, but you got to be serious. I shake the guy's hand. I says, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. He says, why? I said, well, if we crash, you're dead. I got a half a shot in the back. He says, what are you talking about? I said, well, you figure it out, Sparky. When's the last time a plane ever backed into a mountain? He looks at me and goes, you want to switch? You want to switch? We'll switch. Best seat on the plane, the emergency exit seat. Am I right? Yes, that's poor man's first class. It is. That's a good seat. Plenty of room. No one in front of you. You get to stretch out, right? Too many rules, though, right? You know what I'm talking about. They won't take off until they explain the rules of this magical mystery seat to you. So one night I'm there, and the flight attendant's like, well, we have to tell you the rules. I go, all right, go ahead. What's the rule? I swear to God. She goes, well, you have to be able to open the door. Can you do that? I go, I think I can. Are you serious? Has anyone ever heard this rule and go, what? Oh, no, not me. No, I'll be in the back by the engine. I'm fine. Because I got to be honest with you people. If I'm in that seat and we go down and survive, you know what it means? I'm out first. I ain't helping none of yous, I'll tell you right now. I didn't get no discount ticket here. I paid the same money. You are on your own. Some lady's going to yell, hey, you're supposed to help us. I'll run, fat ass. That's all you're getting from me. I don't really care. I do a lot of cruise ships doing stand-up comedy. It's a lot of fun, really. You guys done cruise ships? Have been on a cruise ship? Yeah, it's fun. But I love telling the story of my first cruise ship ever. I had to fly to Spain. That's where I picked up the ship. It's just a long, 8, 9 hour flight. And I get there and I am exhausted. I'm just so tired. And I get in the taxi cab and I realize I don't speak Spanish. And I do what we all do. I just talk loud English, right? I actually said to the guy, I'm going, a big boat-ho. Take me to the boat-ho. In the water-o. Honest to God, the guy turns around and goes, what, do you want to go to the ship? So I get to the ship, and I'm exhausted. They put me in my stateroom. Mine was Rhode Island. It was this big. And so I go to sleep. I'm out. And now I don't realize you got this thing called the muster drill. If you've been on a ship, you know what I'm talking about, which is everyone puts their life jackets on. You go out to the front for a test, which is great. Scare the hell out of you before you take off. I think that's good. So I don't know this. I'm sleeping. Let me preface this by saying the average age on this particular ship was death. Ancient people on this ship. So all of a sudden I hear the alarms go off. What the hell is that? I open the door and there's people with life jackets going down the hall. I'm like, great, my first cruise, I'm on the Titanic. This is fantastic. So I grab my life jacket and now I'm trying to get by these old bastards and I can't. They got walkers and oxygen masks. So finally I'm like, get away from me. You're 110, you've had a good life. I have life to live. Don't be selfish. Move aside. So I get by them. I get outside. Honest to God, I look. We haven't even left yet. I'm like, we're sinking right here? This captain sucks. But I just celebrated my 20th wedding anniversary with my wife. I'm very happy. Yeah, 20 years. Thank you. I tell you, 20 years for a stand-up comedian is pretty good. That's like 3 months for a Kardashian. But my wife is my best friend in the world. I have no problem saying that. I'm a very, very lucky guy. The only weird thing is she didn't take my name when we got married. She's a kind of a modern, which I'm okay with. But what bothers me is that she took her old boyfriend's name. And that is not right. Anyone getting married here tonight? Well, not tonight. That would be funny. Some drunk guy in the back. Oh, I knew I had something going on. But I think weddings, the wedding itself, let's be honest, the wedding day is all for the woman. Am I right, ladies? It's really, the men, we don't even matter. The whole day would go off without a hitch, with a cardboard cutout of a guy in a tuxedo. You always cry over the beautiful $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 gown, right? But you never cry over the tuxedo. Why not? One time before I die, I want to go to a wedding, have some lady in the back going, oh my God. Did you see the tuxedo? That is the most beautiful tuxedo I've ever seen. Look at the ketchup stain from last week. So I get driven up to the chapel in a horse and buggy ride. My wife got in a horse and buggy ride, nice, and I'm in back of her in the pooper scooper. So, never forget, when I get up to the front, and the priest is there. I said, hello, Father, I'm Brad, I'm the groom. The priest says, I don't care. I got 6 more of these today, you moron. Shut up and get in the broom closet. I'll call you when it's your time. Because once again, the guy does not matter. So I'm in the broom closet, and I'm sitting there, and it's taken forever. And honest to God, I'm thinking of leaving, but I can't, because I'm Italian, and my wife's Italian, and there's a lot of guns in this church. So all of a sudden, my dad comes in. My dad comes in the room, and I figure, finally, there's this Kodak moment I've been waiting for. Dad's going to give me a hug, maybe tell me he loves me, something. Not quite. He looked right at me. He says, just like this. So this is the big day, huh? Don't screw this up. He says, because you ain't coming home. Then he says, I don't care if she puts on 50 pounds or goes a mustache like your mother did, you're not coming home. So then he leaves, and then the bride arrives at the church. Don't things change when the bride arrives at the church? We've all been to weddings. It's like the national anthem at Fenway Park, isn't it? Especially the ladies, you know when they're like 6 miles away. You do. The women will start, oh, she's gorgeous. Look at her. We're like, what are you talking about? She's not even here. Oh, she's at the 7-Eleven. It's a red light. She's beautiful. Then she walks in, the doors open, the lights hit her. It's like a biblical experience. I swear to God, I heard, oh! She's walking down the aisle, and one woman is bawling her eyes out. And I never forget hearing her yelling, oh, God, look at how beautiful she is. Look at that dress. Why is she marrying that piece of crap? And this is my mother, and that is not right. So now we get up to the altar. And no one can believe I'm getting married, I gotta be honest. My friends are there, they can't believe it. My family can't believe it. I'm Catholic. Christ himself can't believe I'm getting married. Honestly, I look at the cross, here's what I see. So now we're standing at the cross, and I guess at some point my wife had told the priest that we had written our own vows for each other. Nice, right? Except she never told me, okay? So I'm up at the altar doing what every other married guy here did. I'm looking at the crowd, trying to figure out about how much cash we're gonna make. That's what we do. All of a sudden, the priest stops, and he says, Brad, you have something to say. I says, no. You are doing one heck of a job, Padre. You keep it up. He says, now, come on. We're all friends and family. Don't be embarrassed. Come on. Now, I got to say something. So I says, I don't know, $5,000? Yeah, that was the wrong answer. That really was. So then we get married, and we went on a honeymoon. We went to Aruba. Here's a tip for you. Don't ever book the honeymoon trip on one of those honeymoon junkets where everyone on the plane just got married that day. It's enough to make you puke right on the plane. And this is what I'm talking about. All you heard, the guys especially, I love you, poopy, doopy, doo. I love you so much. We should have done this years ago. I love you. I love you more than he loves you. I'm begging for the plane to crash. And now we get to Aruba, and my wife comes skipping off the plane, and she wants to go horseback riding. Woo! All of a sudden, I'm the Marlboro man. This is fantastic. Now, I've never been horseback riding. Here's a tip for you. You don't want to try horseback riding for the first time on your honeymoon. And I'll leave it right there. So now we're married, and it's fun, but you learn a lot of things when you get married. Like, the hardest thing for me, I think, was sleeping in the same bed with someone. That, right off the bat. That was difficult. About the third night, I said, why don't you just stab me and get this over with? Because I remember about a week into it, it's about 3 in the morning, my wife wakes me up like someone is breaking into the house. She goes, Brad, get up! Get up! I says, what, baby? What? She says, you're snoring! I says, geez, thanks for waking me up, because I would have never known that. Thanks. I got her back, though. Listen to what I did. The next night, I wake her up about 4 in the morning. I said, Steph, get up, baby. God, get up. She says, what? I said, you are sleeping like a baby. How am I supposed to snore with all this silence over here? lot of things you find out when you get married. Like, I never knew that I had to wait for the soap to disintegrate in the dish before I could open a new soap for the shower. I didn't know this. Even if it's that milky putty stuff left, right? I have to somehow scrape it together to make, because that's what you do. You can't do that. And I found this out the hard way. One night, the soap is like this big, you know? It's and like half the size of the hotel soap. You can't use it. So I open the shade to go get a new bar of soap. There's my wife sitting on the hopper waiting for me to screw up. Not going to the bathroom, just waiting for me to screw up. Sitting there, and she looks, she goes, what are you doing? And I'm afraid of her, you know, and I said, well, the soap is, the soap's kind of small, but plenty for me, plenty of soap here. Right? And she says, you put that soap back in the dish, Mr. Funny Man, Mr. Comedian. I don't see you on a sitcom, do I? We need to save money, you pig. So I used the soap, and 10 minutes later, I wash my butt, the soap is gone. Another thing you ladies love to do is you know, when you get real mad at us, you don't talk anymore. You just get crazy faces, right? Like, guys, it's true. Like, here's a big mistake I did. One night, I left the shaving cream on the sink. What a moron I've turned out to be. But let me tell you something, ladies. The reason we do that is because we need guidelines, and if you leave it long enough, it'll start that rust ring, right? Then we know where it goes the next time. So one night, you know, I'm done. I'm downstairs watching the ball game. My wife comes downstairs, but she's not saying anything because she's mad, but she's got the shaving cream. I swear to God, she's like... And the madder she gets, the closer she gets. So now I'm thinking, okay, it's a pop quiz. I'm going, shaving cream! And where does this belong? On my face! Next question. Come on, give me another one. I'm hot. I'm 2 for 2. Come on. Then I make the big mistake. I go, come on, give me something on that hamper. Oh, that was a big mistake right there. I don't know what is with you ladies in the hamper, but you need therapy. I'll tell you right now. For 30 years of my life, the corner of the room was perfect for me. All of a sudden, I get married. I have to hit a target. Who made up this rule? And guys, back me up. We'll use it because you will nag us to death, right? It's the truth. Oh, you'll pick up the clothes. They're like, oh, yeah. They're like, hamper? Hamper? Hamper, 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 hamper. Matter of fact, I'm so scared now, I put my clean clothes in the hamper. I put all the clothes in the hamper. I got no clothes left. That's how many clothes are in the hamper. But I don't know that when the hamper's full, I got to take it downstairs. I don't know this because I'm a guy. I'm stupid. So now, my wife comes in one day. I'll never forget it. She goes, excuse me, I have a question. Just one question for you, you stupid moron. Just one question. Let me ask you, do you think that this hamper is going to grow legs? Pick itself up, walk itself downstairs, put itself in the wash machine, wash itself up, take itself up, put itself in the dryer, dry itself up, take it out of the dryer, fold itself, and put itself away. Is that what you think? I don't know. Then she goes, let me tell you something. I am not cleaning these clothes. I am not washing these clothes. You, my friend, will wear dirty clothes. I said, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Another thing I found, if your wife falls asleep on the couch, guys, just let her sleep. Just let her sleep the night. It's not worth what may happen. Because one night I come home, my wife's asleep, and I'm trying to be nice. I wake her up and go, honey, get up. She's like, no, I said no. It's not Saturday. No. She says, what do you want? I go, honey, go upstairs to bed. Go upstairs. What makes you think I'm tired? I don't know, maybe the drool on the pillow. I have no idea. So, I gotta tell you this. Any police here? I know there's a lot of firefighters, but I love the police. I do a lot of fundraisers for police, but it's the state troopers I have a problem with. I gotta be honest. They are the most egotistical people. Aren't they? They love themselves, and they should, because they are gorgeous. These guys. Do you see them with the Yogi Bear hats they got? And I love how they tuck those pants inside, those black boots. Oh, my God. Now, I say this because most of us have gotten pulled over by a state trooper at one point. Now, is it me, or does it take them about an hour and a half to give you the ticket, the state police, right? Not a Biddeford cop. He don't even get out of the car. They just write it and throw it. Here you go, moron. Pay it if you want. I don't really care. And the state trooper parks about a mile and a half in back of you. Am I right? He's so far back, I'm not even sure I'm the guy he wanted. Then they get out of the car, they turn into Chippendales dances, right? Watch them next time they walk over to your car. And they always got their chest out, no matter what they look like. Looks at me and goes, how fast you were going? I go, well, obviously not quite fast enough, was I? And this one time, I got arrested, but it was worth it. It was funny as hell. It was really great. Same thing, goes up, chest out, and says, you know how fast you were going? I go, well, you caught me, you idiot. How fast were you going? I says, you were flying, for God's sakes. I'm driving along, minding my own business. I look in the rearview mirror, I see this nutcake in and out of traffic with the lights and the sirens. I said, this guy is crazy. I'm out of here. And we've all done this, admit it. You're on the highway and there's a big backup, no traffic's going no way. And you get up me, you look at that breakdown lane, you get a little upset. You're like, you know, I could fit 6 Hyundais in this lane, all this would disappear. But you know that's a huge fine if you get pulled over in the breakdown lane. So one day, I said, I'm gonna try it, and I'm going. Yeah. But Mr. State Trooper pulls me over. But I'm ready for this moron this time. Check this out. He comes walking up to me, he lets his chest out. He says, excuse me, sir. Do you have any idea why I pulled you over this afternoon? So I look right at him, I go, I have no idea, officer. I'm in the middle of a nervous breakdown. It said breakdown lane. I thought this was my lane. Oh no, the best part, the cop's like, okay, follow me. I don't understand. I get confused a lot on the road, like toll booths. You ever get confused with toll booths? There's too many of them. I don't know which one is mine. You've seen them. Exact change, not so exact. Couple of bucks, few dollars. Finally, way down the end, I see when it says no cash, fast lane. I'm broke, I speed up to 90. Another thing I'll never understand, what genius invented the 4-way stop sign? Are you with me on this? You go to a 4-way stop sign, this is what you see. 4 people. Right? You go back an hour later, same 4 morons. And it never fails. Once one of us go, don't we all go? Never fail. Like, okay, I'll go. Oh, God! So one night, I was driving home late after a show. I come to a 4-way stop sign. A cop blows through the stop sign, hits me. This is the greatest night of my life. I run over to the cruiser. I say, all right, wise guy, license and registration. I says, you been drinking? Because I have. But I didn't hit anybody, did I? Another thing that drives me nuts is when they pull us over, why don't they shut the lights off? Are you with me on that? It's so, I mean, we pulled over, that means we quit, you win, game's over, shut the lights off. But they get to embarrass the heck out of us, right? The lights are blaring, people are driving by laughing at you, right? We start sinking lower into the seat. So I got so fed up, this is what I did. I got my own undercover cop light. I got my own light. The other day, Mr. Big Shot pulls me over. Lights are blaring. He ain't looking. I put my light on top. Now it just looks like 2 cops talking. Yeah. Just have fun, that's all. Just have a good time in life. Life's too short. Like credit card people. You get a lot of credit cards? Don't get upset with them. They're the idiots. They give me like $20,000 to spend. Well, that's what I'm spending. I love when they send you the threatening note. You ever get the threatening letters? These are my favorite. Dear Brad, this is your last chance. There'll be no more correspondence. We want our money right now. 2 days later, I get another letter. Oh, come on, Brad, cut the crap. So I start sending them letters. Dear Citibank, come get me. Come on, I dare you. I'll give you cash. I swear to God. Come get me. The last letter I write, I go, oh, by the way, I've been paying for all these stamps and envelopes, but your credit card. How do you like that? But the worst ones are the telemarketers. I'm just sick of the telemarketer. Oh. I hate the ones that tell me I've won a trip to Aruba. All they need is my credit card number. So here's what I do. This is what you do. Listen to Uncle Brad. Before they tell me I won a trip, I tell them they won a trip. Now follow me. They call up, they're all excited. Oh, Brad, you're going to Aruba. I said, shut up, you're going to Jamaica. That's right, all expenses paid. The flight, the food, the whole 9 yards. All I need from you is your credit